of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight. Just the beginning of our lives, sweet Grenada. This is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight. Just the beginning of our lives, sweet Grenada.
All right, Grenada, Carrie, Kopiti, Mandiga, the world, we'd like to welcome you, each and every one of you, to another Mikey Live program. People, it is my pleasure all the time to be with you to tell you what's happening in the news, not just in Grenada, but regionally, what's taking place. I mean, folks, it's not too serious. We try to be as transparent as possible, as factual as possible, as timely as possible. We want to make sure that you are able to rely on the news that we give here on Mikey Live. Of course, if there's something happening in your area that you'd like to share with us, of course, feel free to send us a message or send us an email at admin@mikeylive.com. Folks, let's see what's making the news for tonight. Carnival launched in Guelph and Grenville. We'll talk about that. Power Soca semi-finalists, they are out. We will tell you who they are. GCA Under 15 tournament has begun. And a video from both crews goes viral. I think that's what's breaking the internet. We will tell you about that. Boy, man drowns trying to escape police. And a man who chopped his sister and the baby has also chopped the police during arrest, and that happened in Guyana. We'll tell you more about that. And of course, there's a lot more things that we have to tell you. I was trying to get some confirmation about some information. I hear my phone is going off like crazy right now, and I think that's because of some information we were trying to get, right? Good. Folks, all here, we have all the things to tell you. But we have to take a break first and come back. Now, before we take the break, I'd like to encourage you to share the program, because when you do so, other people get to see what's going on and so, things like that, and you'll help with the growth of the program. So just go ahead, feel free to share the program so that other people may be able to see what's going on. All right, the headlines was brought to you to the kind compliments of the good folks at WPG 10. People, we're coming back, and you see when we come back is real news in Olilililolo. So stay tuned.
I see trees of green red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Grenada Coalition of Service presents its annual Services Expo from the 18th to the 19th of July at the Grenada Trade Center. Doors open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come and be visible, network with businesses and people, form meaningful partnerships, enjoy quality entertainment during the day and afternoon from Matthias and the band, Kung Fu, Ezra and Staffen, and much, much more. Come, eat, drink, be entertained, and network your business. Services Expo 2019, the 18th to the 19th of July, where your potential is our passion. This event is sponsored by Caribbean Export Development Agency, Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives, Grenada Trade Center, and GBN.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Some man love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home, they can't. She can do that.
From St. Vincent, former soccer monarch Calypso and road match king Posa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cut glass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Alrighty, folks, and let's say welcome again to those of you who are just joining us. I see that there are some people who are sharing the program, which is good. So we encourage more persons to share the program. That's how it grows. That's how other people get to see. Not everyone gets a notification. Yes, so we highly depend on you for the continued growth and success of the program. If you don't share, it becomes a bit harder for the program to grow. All right, Good. Folks, the first thing we have to tell all you about, boy, things are heating up for Spice Mass 2019 as 2 more parishes hosted their launch. Last evening, we had the folks from Grenville, well, actually Big Parish, St. Andrew, and they had their major event, if you call it that. I mean, the place was ram. I want to tell you this. The St. Andrew people, the people from that side of the island, did a real supported thing by what? People for so. So there was a carnival launch there, and happening simultaneously was a launch at St. John, Guelph to be exact, where there were cultural activities similarly to what was taking place in St. Andrew. Veco, Shotney, all the little things, of course. These are shaping up the carnival, putting carnival into perspective. And so we are happy for that. Over the past few days as well, we had the judging of the preliminaries, of the soca, the preliminary round of judging. We're going to talk about that in a moment. So, Carnival is actually here. Yeah, 2019 Spice Mass is in full effect. Right. So we have some information for you from the good folks at the Ministry of Agriculture. So let's tell you that, and then we're going to get into some more other stuff, right? In fact, even before we go there, there were several accidents and so on happening this weekend, boy. A lot. Some very serious. Bolio, St. David, Grand Anse. So again, there were quite a few crashes this weekend, this past weekend. So I don't know. They're just happening. We can only just tell you about it, all right? Right. So let's tell you about this one as we move on in today's Mikey Live. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture will be placing emphasis on soursop, nutmeg, and cocoa during the 2019 plant distribution season, which will officially commence from Thursday, that is July 25th, 2019. Now, anticipating a successful distribution drive in 2019, Alison Haynes, agronomist with responsibility for managing the Maribor Plant Distribution Center, says that although the 3 crops have been given priority, other crops will also be available for sale during the drive. Says our focus is really on nutmeg, soursop, and cocoa, but we have a wide array of other economic plants, things like guava, cherry, avocado, and passion fruit that we produce each year and distribute to the farmers. Now, the plant distribution season is one of the annual initiatives by the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands to support both commercial and small-scale farmers. They said that the Ministry of Agriculture produces about 20,000 each year and distributes these plants to just over 1,000 farmers. She added that plants sold during the exercise are produced at the 4 different propagating stations located in Maribor and Boulogne in St. Andrew, Ashidin in St. David, and I never see that word yet. I never know we had a place like that in St. David, and Maran in St. John. Now, the ministry, through the plant distribution exercise, encourages farmers to re-establish fields and increase production of crops. I think it's a really, really good idea. So all you just remember the season when it comes around, go on and buy all the soursop and things like that. You know what I mean? Right now, soursop is the go. They say soursop is the new goal. You understand? All I have to say, this is so cute. All right, some young stars, boy. Let me show you this one. Right, students and teachers of 11 primary schools in the Junior Achievement JA program for 2018-2019 convened at Sandals, Grenada on July 4th last week to conclude their junior achievement experience with job shadowing at the luxury resort. Now, the Sandals Foundation has sponsored this program for the 2nd year running and aims to foster understanding of finance, economies, small business, and entrepreneurship through interactive learning tools. Now, the culmination of the experience is fitting to inspire the future entrepreneurs who learned about the origin of Sandals brand that began with one brave entrepreneur, Gordon Butch Stewart, back in 1981 in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Now, they say them children and them had a good time. They had fun, and it was a great experience for both the teachers and the students there. For more on this, you can check out our website, mikeylive.com. All right. So, folks, it is now done. The preliminary round of judging for the soca, the power soca, has concluded, and the names have been chosen. We have now the names of those who will be on stage, people, in the semi-final round of judging. Now, this year, things have changed a little bit in that they have decreased the number of persons who will be participating in the final. That number has been reduced to just 10 persons in the Power Soca final. So it is not like before. It is going to be a tough race for those who will be performing. Folks, we have seen and heard it all. And so the judges have spoken, and the names. Hold on, no man, don't rough me up, so no man. The names are as follows. Making it to the next round of judging: Dash, and that's in alphabetical order. Chaos and Lead, Terror the Governor, Juice, Muddy, Mushman, Lil Jello, Travis, Leadneck, Inspector, Stunner, Vaughn, Rooney J, Pappy Boy, Kennedy, Killer B, Brother B, Valin, K1, Lil Kerry, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise, Otis, Mr. Wacky, Skull Dog, Hits, Hazley Punch, Superstar, Chucky HD, and Happy Boy. Now, folks, coming this weekend, it will be the groove now. It will be time for the groove. So all the groove artists, they will be on stage come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, after that will be the Calypso. So let's see what's going on. All right, folks, this was a really good start to Carnival 2019.
We make girls wine for the garment. Music cut off from jamming. Now what your head with a cramming. Tell back this pressure and signing. Well on your jacket. Jump up. Dash on. Juke girl. Jacket. Jump up.
And folks, also happening, we had Pan Expressions. Yes, we had Pan Expressions on Sunday, and we also have the results for that. Well, the New Dimension Still Orchestra, they captured the 2019 Pan Expressions title. This is the third year, you know, for the arranger, Cordell Bayam. Now, his sister passed away in February of this year, and he said he was doing this one for his sister. New Dimensions won with 278.5 points. They played The Bridge Over Troubled Waters. The Republic Bank Angel Harps, they played Africa. They came in second with 276 points. Sorry. So first place 278.5, second place 276. You understand? Then we had third place Suzuki Pan Wizards, 270 points. Flow Commentary, 264. Then there was the Rainbow City All Stars, 256. Pan Lovers, 227. Then there was the Grenada, the Grand Warriors, Pan Angels, 224. And Florida All Stars, 200. Yes, so that was it. That was the results for the Pan Expressions. Now, Grenada has placed third in the Windward's female football competition that we need to tell you about as well, Grenada. This year they failed to hold on to the Windward's Female Football Championships. It ended on Saturday night, and Grenada ended in third position behind St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right, Grenada finished the tournament on 4 points, and Monica Charles capturing the award for being the best midfielder. St. Vincent and the Grenadines won the championships on a better goal difference than St. Lucia. Both ended on 6 points. In their last match, St. Vincent and the Grenadines beat Dominica 4 goals to 0. The Grenada team is back home. All right, and we welcome you guys back. Of course, it's not always about winning. We do appreciate your representation, and you do so well all the time. More on sports. The Grenada Cricket Association Under 15 competition has begun, and it's going to be happening in Carriacou and so on. All right. Well, Carriacou is actually registering for the first time. Big up to the people of Carriacou. All right. We, as time progresses, we're going to give you more information on that. Now, folks, a video has gone viral on social media this weekend. You know, it has been insinuated or suggested that in the video, a man and a woman were having intercourse on the boat a few meters, a few feet away from people just sitting there. So that sparked outrage in some quarters, amusement in other quarters, and people, some others will say it's not our business, just let it be, man. But there's no doubt that there's one thing that we can all agree on, that this video broke the internet. Oh, I could show all of the program. Oh, I mean, all the wicked, man. Telling me show the program. I can't show that on them people program. Trying to get me in trouble. You understand? Some say it seemed like there is a simulation. Some say it seemed like they're doing the thing for real, while others say that they are not. Anyway, we are not experts on that, so we are going to leave that one alone. But for those of you who saw the video, what do you think? Some want the police to intervene and so on, but you know, somebody has to complain in order for the police to get involved, right? The police can just bring the matter just like that, all right? So somebody, you know, if you feel, you know, some way about the video, you know, anyway, no people, if you see thing, yeah, boy, let me go on, eh? Well, really and truly, we cannot show it on the program. We could just tell you that, you know, that's what's out there. But the last thing that I saw is that somebody was saying that they were not really having intercourse. They were just pretending to have been doing so because there were people who were sitting right there. And anyway, the police have confirmed that a man died on Friday while attempting to escape apprehension. On Friday, just around 4 p.m., a boat was intercepted in the region of the northern part of the island, believed to have been carrying a quantity. In fact, there was a quantity of marijuana that was found on the vessel. According to reports, upon interception, one of the occupants of the vehicle jumped overboard and was later discovered dead. The police, they are conducting their investigation into that matter. Now, the captain of the boat, Mr. Akim Williams of Telescope St. Andrew, was arrested and charged for the offense of trafficking in a controlled drug. The deceased man was identified as Renako Williams, 27 years old, of Mali, St. Patrick. Now, the cause of death was given as asphyxia by drowning. I want tough boy. Nah, I mean. Anyway, they say just around 118 pounds of marijuana was discovered aboard the vessel. The police they doing the investigation. Watch now, somebody had to get somebody to plat me in and here just I say she busy and you know. Just come and check me now. I pay you to come in, I mean. Hairdresser, busy boy. That's what I say there. Whole year all going by no hairdresser. You know what I mean? No, I'll just come and tie up man scene. You know what I mean? A whole week now, almost, oh yeah, can't go by the hairdresser, you know. How me looking on can I scrap up on the program, you know? What is that one boy? All the fine. You know what I mean? Anyway, lady that talk there, you know what I mean? So yeah, tie up man scene and thing. You know, man, boy like they look sharp and thing, you know what I mean? They're just messing up man scene. Oh yeah. We are experiencing a little cloudiness, and so we just kind of like checked out to see what was really going on. And just around 3 o'clock today, we had a little report. Showers and thunderstorms continue near the Windward Islands, with thunderstorms now taking aim at Grenada and St. Vincent. Scattered showers are occurring mainly in coastal waters and across Tobago, with general cloudy skies across the region, with the exception of the southern half of Trinidad. All right. So maybe later on we might get some water. You know what I mean? Because we need it too. The place kind of hot and them kind of things. So yeah, we need the water. We are moving on. We have about a donation drive to tell you about, but we'll tell you about that tomorrow, God's willing, because we're still putting the information together as well. We have a lot of carnival activities to bring to you live. I see some people talking about, oh, Mikey didn't have permission. I didn't have the rights to broadcast the event last evening. That's furthest from the truth. We had a prior engagement, and so we had to fulfill that particular commitment last evening to be in that other parish rather than in St. George's. You know what I mean? But don't worry, I want no rights. Yeah? We don't need rights. We are rights himself. Anyway, so all your SIEP has launched in Carriacou. All right, and you might be asking yourself, what is SIEP? It's a climate smart and rural enterprise program. So that launched in Carriacou, and we have a special report on that for you by a colleague from the KOMG production. Here's a special report on this.
The Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program SIEP was recently launched on the island. The program is funded by the Government of Grenada, International Fund for Agriculture and the Caribbean Development Bank. SIEP's program manager is Byron Campbell.
Of the project is to contribute to the reduction of poverty and vulnerability of men and women in the Tri-Island state. And when I say Tri-Island state, naturally, we have to say Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Then this is very important. We are here, and our presence here is to signify the importance and to ensure that Carriacou and Petite Martinique receives its fair share of the resources of the SIEP program. How are we going to ensure that this happens? We'll ensure that this happens. Firstly, a 3-year MOU was signed by the Department of Carriacou and Petite Martinique and the Ministry of Finance. This would provide initially some $793,000 for development activities in Carriacou. The targets for the project, and we make no excuse about that. This project is not for everyone. It's going to target primarily young persons.
The program has 3 components. They are enterprise business development, climate smart agriculture, and program management. Honorable Kendra Maturin Stewart, Minister for Carriacou and Pichimatnik Affairs and Local Government, says she is happy SIAP is about to get started on the Sister Isles, noting the potential benefits it may bring.
I'm in fact very elated about the commencement of this all-important project and the potential benefits that I know that it will bring to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, especially our young people, our young females in particular, our farmers, our fisher folks, and on a whole, the entirety of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. This program is really geared towards the development of young, unemployed, and underemployed men and women between the ages of 16 to 35. And we hope that this project, of course, will advance the cause for youth empowerment and, of course, to eradicate or reduce poverty, especially among our young women.
The Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program is expected to build capacity of young men and women, farmers, fishermen, agro-processors and vulnerable persons to increase their income and livelihoods over the next 6 years. The program is estimated to cost $14 million.
Alright, thank you very much, sir, on that one. And what else do we have to tell you about, boy? A toddler has died in an 11-story fall on board a Royal Caribbean cruise ship after slipping from its grandfather's hands. So we're going to tell you about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it, razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
Carrie can't seem to catch a wink and is craving a catnap. Meanwhile, Mary marvels at the majesty of her Monday morning, masterfully making multiple meals for many miners, mindfully making the most of every moment, making ready to move mountains, and mustering the masses to march out the door on time. Concurrently, Carrie clumsily corrals the kids to carry on to class, as Mary muses on memories of purchasing her marvelous mattress. Your best day starts tonight with a Sleep On It mattress from Quartz.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Thank you very much. And folks, we'd also like to tell you about this. Gren Graphics, they've got it all. The Carnival special is on at Gren Graphics. You can get it, you're getting specials on your banners, you just name it, billboards and so on. Once it comes to your printing and your banners, check out Gren Graphics. You can contact their office at telephone number 435-1566 or 439-1566. You can also check them out on Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram. If you wish to send an email, send it to info@grengraphics.com. That's info@grengraphics.com. What else do I have to tell you about? This is back to school lime happening at the Grand Roy School Grounds. It's going to be happening on the, but by the way folks, it's a free event. Before you all start to think, on the 18th of August, it's a free back to school event. All right, it starts at midday until you say when. They say they're going to be having food and free drinks. Free food and free drinks? What? Free food, free drinks? Huh? What? And they say it's going to be a lot of other things that's going to be happening. They're going to be having free giveaways, bag, notebooks, and so on. That's what they say. I know, right? That's a lot, right? Well, let's see. Very interesting. It's a back to school initiative, they say. All right. So they want people to come out to that at the Grand Roy. All right. So here's what now. Oh dear, this is a big story. Where an 11-year-old has died. Now, a toddler, you know, they say died after plunging 150 feet from a cruise ship while being dangled out of a window by her grandfather. By her grandfather, you know. Eh? So you put the child outside the window and you're dangling the child? A toddler, sorry, I got it mixed up. 11 stories. 11 people. It was an 18-month-old girl. 18-month-old girl. They say she, quote unquote, slipped from his arms and fell from the 11th floor of the Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Sea ship. They say that the child is believed to have fallen onto the concrete below while the ship was docked in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They say the tot was rushed to hospital and was pronounced dead a short time later. They say that the girl was actually from Indiana and on holiday with her parents and guardian, and parents and grandparents, to put it quite simple. All right, so parents and grandparents. So they say they have to investigate a bit. They have to interview the mother, the father, the grand. You know, what was going on in your head? Police said it was a really tragic incident. 18-month-old, 11 floors, brap. Yo, this is crazy. Anyway, I wish the best for them. Yeah, this is, you know, just when you think about your own child. When you think about your own child. Anyway, let that talk. Folks, we told you about this story last week where a man chopped up his sister and the sister's child. His sister later died, and police was actually searching for him. That's a situation that happened in Guyana. chopped up his sister and the baby, you know. They say he fired a cutlass at a police officer during his arrest. The man was identified as Randy Cozier, was arrested before midnight on Thursday. They say that during the process of arresting him, the suspect wounded a detective. They say the detective had to undergo treatment and so on. Medical attention at a hospital. He chopped his sisters, you know. Chop up his sisters. They say he did that because they tried to prevent him from hitting a child. So they tried to prevent him from hitting a child, and he chopped them up, including a child as well. Cynthia Cozier, which is one of his sisters chopped, has since died. They say she was chopped in the head and other parts of the body. She had her 8-month-old baby in her hand at the time, and the baby was chopped to the head as well. Their 40-year-old sister was also badly chopped, brutally chopped. Guyana. So police found the guy and they chopped the police too. That's basically what happened. Guyana. You telling me, boy? We're taking a break and come back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Thank you very much, and folks, it is now time for the national report, so let's get to that.
A call for SIDS to be considered for access to climate change financing. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, July 8th, I am Rakisha St. Louis. Small island states must be given full access to financing. That call was made by Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley at the close of the 40th Heads of Government meeting in Castries, St. Lucia on Friday. She said small island states must be reconsidered for access to financing in the face of climate change. The region, she said, contributes less to the adverse effects of climate change, however, is more vulnerable to the effects. Therefore, more developmental assistance is necessary. Prime Minister Mottley commended the efforts of Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chastney, on his advocacy for more to be done towards countries' vulnerability. She also says the time has come for the exclusion of access from concessional funding by countries to be reconsidered.
We literally have an inherent vulnerability as a small state that cannot be discounted. It has been almost 20 years that we've been waging this battle, and to have the formal recognition at the opening ceremony of this Heads of Government meeting was indeed a momentous occasion for us. And it is upon this that we have now to build and to ensure that the exclusion of access by many of our countries from official development assistance or concessional funding ought to be reconsidered, given the fact that regardless of how well we may appear to be doing, within 48 to 72 hours, our entire existence can change in this region during the month of September.
CARICOM Secretary General Erwin LaRocque gave the assurance that negotiations will continue in this vein. He said CARICOM will continue to work with donor and international agencies in the fight for access to adequate financing.
We planned for preparations for the series of meetings at the UN General Assembly, meetings on climate change, on financing for development, and on SIDS. And all of that is part of our advocacy in terms of financing, the financing that both Prime Ministers have mentioned that is so critical for us. The point has been made for so long that you need the funding for resilience not after hurricane or after disaster, you need it before. And these things don't happen overnight. You have to keep advocating for it.
Strengthening relations between Grenada and Norway was the focus of recent bilateral discussions between the Prime Ministers of both countries. Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell met with his Norwegian counterpart, Honourable Erna Solberg, on the fringes of the just concluded 40th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. Dr. Mitchell says the meeting was an opportunity to discuss a range of topics, including Grenada's economic recovery, Grenada's pioneering role as it relates to climate change and the blue economy, possible technical assistance for oil and gas exploration, and initiatives being undertaken to address unemployment among young people. The Norwegian Prime Minister was keen to learn more about the remarkable progress made with the Grenada economy, and Dr. Mitchell highlighted the 5.2% growth in 2018, which the Caribbean Development Bank has recognized as a leading growth rate in the region. Looking at the regional picture, the two leaders discussed the problem of high debt which affects many countries and which is oftentimes intensified by the impact of natural disasters. Since the devastating impact of Hurricane Ivan in 2004, Grenada has been an advocate of hurricane clauses written into debt instruments which would help to alleviate additional hardship on countries in times of natural disasters due to stringent loan repayment terms. Continuing with the news, the Parliamentary Elections Office says the official consolidated list of electors as of June 30th, 2019 is available for inspection from Monday, July 8th. There is a 7-day period for claims and objections, which ends next week, Monday, July 15th. The office says requests for alterations or corrections of any error in the name, address, or polling division of any registered person should be submitted to the registration officer of the constituency on or before July 15th, 2019. The list can be found in each parliamentary elections constituency office and at post offices, police stations, medical stations, and other public places. This is the National Report. More news when we return.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Spice Mass.
Well, foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids, Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8 to 12 for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. New dimensions have emerged, the cream of the crop in the SMC Grenada Still Band Association 2019 Pan Expressions, beating 7 other bands to land the top spot with 278.5 points. Patrons were treated to high-quality renditions from the participating still orchestras, but New Dimension, who appeared in position number 5, gave a well-executed rendition of Bridge Over Troubled Waters. It was a fitting tribute to one of their long-standing players, Adriana Byam, who passed away earlier this year. Chairperson of the SMC, Genevieve Gibbs, says Pan remains a critical component of our culture.
The corporation remains committed in ensuring that every aspect of our culture is preserved, enhanced, and showcased. Today's activity further solidifies our commitment to the business of steel pan music without compromise. Imagine, pan started as an idea and has now transformed into a movement. Let's keep that movement alive.
The win for the New Dimensions take the number of Pan Expressions titles to 6 and the 3rd straight win for arranger Cordell Byam.
Right now I feel speechless, I feel overwhelmed. I did it for my sister, so that's the best thing I can say. I did it for my sister, that's all. We've been practicing a while because they keep pushing back the bomb tune competition. So maybe about 3 months or so we was practicing for. But for the senior competition, that will give the band players a bit more drive. You understand? So come into the competition and think, because you know we go into the competition and oh boy.
Placing second was Republic Bank Angel Harps with 276 points, followed by Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards with 270. Flo Comancheros, Rainbow City All-Stars, Pan Lovers, Grand Roy Pan Angels, and Florida All-Stars. Ray Halmon of Trinidad, a member of the judging panel, congratulated the arrangers of the 8 participating bands for their high-quality standards.
I thought the standard was pretty good. Just one band, you know, the last band was unfortunate that they forgot the piece. But the standard was pretty high, you know, and they have some good arrangers here. They just need a little guidance, but they have a lot of talent in the country. And I say a lot of young people are playing. In Trinidad is the same thing too, you know, a lot of the adults kind of backing off and kids taking it up. So it's good to see that because that's the future. Ladies and gentlemen, work with them, you know.
The bands are now practicing for the August 10th Panorama Championships. Pan Expressions, which began in 2002 as the Bomb Tune competition, is now in its 17th year. Finally, but still with a carnival news, 30 semi-finalists have been selected for the 2019 Soca semi-final on July 26th at Progress Park in St. Andrew. They were selected from a cast of more than 120 who participated in the quarterfinals from July 4th to the 7th. Killer B, the 2019 Soca Monarch from Carriacou, received an automatic entry into the semi-finals. The 30 semi-finalists are Dash, Chaos and Lead, Terror the Governor, Juice, Muddy, Mushman, Lil Jello, Travis, Leadneck, Inspector, Stunner, Vaughn, Ronnie J, Pappy Boy, Kennedy, Brother B, Valine, K1, Lil Kerry, Boise, Otis, Mr. Wacky, Skulldog, Hits, Hasley Punch, Superstar, Chucky HD, Happy Boy, and Brendan McKee. All the best to the artists as they move on to the next round of competition. That story just ended the national report for Monday, July 8th. Let's recap the top story. A call for SIDS to be considered for access to climate change financing. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right, so thank you very much, Rakisha, and everyone else who are part of the production of the National Report. We appreciate you all the time. All right, folks, so here's what we're just going to give you the generic weather before we wrap up for the night, and you can see that it's just about 27 degrees right now in St. George's, and there's a chance of rain, by the way. Winds are 18 kilometers per hour, humidity 88%, precipitation 45. So there's a very good chance that we'll get some showers tonight. 26 degrees as the low is given here by this generic report. Let's see what happens tonight. That's as far as we can go for tonight. We want to thank you, your family, and everyone else who made Mikey Life what it was for tonight. Unfortunately, I cannot big up the people because you see Facebook is giving me this command on my screen, so I'm not able to see the names properly, but I see Angel, Rolanda, Shireen, Zaka, Charmaine, and Deborah, and all the others. Mishi, what are you calling Sita Hill name for? Big up Shireen, Trevelyn, and Eunice, and everyone else on the program. Big up to you, and also the folks who are there on WPG10. We see that you're there. Welcome to you, and everyone else in the media. Blessings to you, all right? All the other colleagues as well. God bless you. We're going to be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, with another Mikey Life program. Have a good one. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja! No! Good night, everyone.